What if the biggest reason Meghan Markle keeps getting criticized isn't what she's doing, but who she claims not to be? It's a question that keeps resurfacing every time a new controversy erupts. Why can members of the royal family do something and receive praise, while Meghan and Harry do something similar and face backlash? Is it a double standard? Or is there a much deeper reason hiding beneath the surface? Today, we're diving into the debate that's dividing royal watchers around the world and exploring why many critics believe the issue isn't imitation itself, but the motivation behind it. Last week, Meghan Markle traveled to Switzerland to speak about the dangers of social media and the importance of protecting children online. On the surface, it's a message few people would disagree with. But almost immediately, critics pointed to what they saw as a contradiction. They argued that while Meghan was warning about children's exposure online, she has also shared carefully curated glimpses of her own children through social media and public campaigns. That criticism sparked a much larger conversation, one that goes far beyond a single speech. Why do Prince William and Princess Catherine seem to receive praise when they share family photographs, while Meghan and Harry often face criticism for similar actions? Let's explore the arguments. The question of double standards. One of the most common complaints from Meghan and Harry's supporters is that the couple is judged differently from the rest of the royal family. After all, royal children occasionally appear in public. Official photographs are released. Family milestones are shared with the world. So why is the reaction often so different? Critics argue that the answer lies in one important distinction. William and Catherine are working royals, carrying out official duties on behalf of the monarchy, while Harry and Meghan chose to step away from that system. For many observers, the issue isn't the action itself. It's the fact that Harry and Meghan publicly rejected royal life, only to continue adopting many of the same traditions and public-facing strategies associated with it. Whether you agree with that argument or not, it's at the heart of the ongoing debate. WHY royal children appear in public. To understand the controversy, it's important to understand why royal children are seen publicly in the first place. Historically, royal families often kept children far from public life. In some eras, royal parents had very limited involvement in raising their own children. That changed dramatically over the centuries. Today, royal children are viewed as part of the monarchy's future. When the public occasionally sees Prince George, Princess Charlotte, or Prince Louis, it serves several purposes. First, it helps maintain public connection to the institution. The monarchy depends heavily on public support, and future generations play an important role in that relationship. Second, it gradually introduces young royals to the responsibilities they may one day inherit. Prince George, for example, is expected to become king one day. Small, carefully managed public appearances help prepare him for a role that will eventually place him in front of the entire world. Supporters of the monarchy argue that these appearances are not random publicity opportunities. They are part of a long-term institutional strategy. The difference critics see. This is where many critics believe the comparison breaks down. They argue that when William and Catherine share images of their children, it is connected to official royal responsibilities. In contrast, they believe Harry and Meghan's public use of family imagery serves a different purpose. Some commentators claim the Sussexes are attempting to maintain a royal-style public presence while simultaneously rejecting the institution that originally gave them that platform. Whether that criticism is fair or unfair depends entirely on your perspective. Supporters of Meghan and Harry argue they are simply controlling their own narrative and sharing their lives on their own terms. Critics argue they are trying to enjoy the benefits of royal visibility without accepting the responsibilities that come with it. And that's where the debate becomes particularly heated. The social media controversy. The discussion intensified after Meghan's recent speech about protecting children online. Many listeners agreed with her message, but critics quickly pointed out what they viewed as an inconsistency. If social media poses risks for children, they asked, why continue sharing carefully selected glimpses of family life online? Again, supporters and critics see this issue very differently. Supporters argue that occasional family photographs are harmless and allow parents to maintain control over their public image. Critics argue that public advocacy carries additional responsibilities and that public figures should be especially careful to practice what they preach. This disagreement has become one of the defining themes surrounding Meghan and Harry's public image. Royal life is a beaut more than appearances. Another argument frequently made by royal commentators is that many people misunderstand what royal life actually involves. The public often focuses on photographs, ceremonies, fashion, and media coverage. But behind those visible elements lies a much larger system built around duty, tradition, and public service. According to this perspective, releasing family photos isn't the important part. It's merely one small piece of a much larger role. Critics argue that Meghan and Harry sometimes replicate the visible aspects of royal life while rejecting the less glamorous obligations attached to it. They believe the couple focuses on the image of royalty rather than the institution itself. Supporters strongly reject that characterization. They argue that Harry and Meghan have created their own path and should not be expected to follow royal traditions after leaving royal duties. The disagreement ultimately comes down to one question: can you separate the symbols of royalty from the responsibilities that traditionally accompany them? WHY, THIF CS, debit ascent, going away. Years after stepping back from royal duties, Harry and Meghan remain among the most discussed figures connected to the monarchy. Every interview, documentary, speech, and social media post sparks fresh debate. That's because the conversation has evolved beyond individual actions. It has become a clash between competing visions. One vision values tradition, hierarchy, and institutional continuity. The other emphasizes personal freedom, independence, and control over one's own story. As long as those two perspectives continue to collide, every public appearance will be interpreted through that lens. And that's why even something as simple as a family photograph can generate headlines around the world. At the end of the day, the controversy isn't really about photographs, social media posts, or even royal traditions. It's about expectations. Some people believe Harry and Meghan deserve the freedom to live however they choose. Others believe that if you walk away from royal life, you shouldn't continue recreating parts of it. What do you think? Is Meghan Markle being judged unfairly? Or do critics have a point when they argue there's a contradiction between words and actions? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into royal news and analysis, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss our next video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.